For 99% of people, reaching a six-figure net worth and hitting that $100,000 mark feels like climbing all the way to the top of Mount Everest. It seems attainable, yet extremely difficult at the same time, like it requires intense preparation and a slow, steady climb. But the thing is, those who've crossed that first $100,000 often say that getting to the next $100,000 is way easier, so why is that first milestone so tough, and how can we get there quicker? Let's get into this and figure out how to make that climb a little less scary and a lot more achievable. Charlie Munger was the vice chairman of Berkshire Hathaway, which is the massive investment company run by Warren Buffett. Now, Charlie was a billionaire, but he's got some really straightforward advice for those of us who are just starting to climb the financial ladder. He famously said that the first $100,000 is a challenge, but you've got to do it. I don't care what you have to do, find a way to get your hands on $100,000. After that, you can ease off the gas a little bit. You might think a billionaire like Charlie wouldn't even remember what it's like to worry about 100 grand, but it turns out he vividly recalls that first $100,000 as a major hurdle, maybe even the biggest one he faced. The big game changer here is that after your first 100K, your money starts to build wealth for you. If your net worth hasn't reached that level yet, you're probably not earning much from investments. At this stage, you're working hard for every dollar rather than letting your investments work for you. Let's put this into perspective with a relatable example. Suppose you earn $60,000 a year, which is double the national average. Let's say you manage to save $500 a month. By the end of the year, you've got $6,000 saved up. If you invest it at a 10% annual return, in 1 year you'll earn $600. That's good, but it's still less than what you can save in a month. Fast forward to the second year, you've got $12,600 invested now. A 10% return on that is $1,260 annually. Now that's more like it, but as you can see, it takes a while for your investment income to catch up with your wage income. For the first 100K, your hard work is the main driver of your wealth. This example is optimistic, of course, because not everyone can put away $500 every month, but it shows that your investment income starts doubling quickly, which is super motivating. As humans, we're driven by emotion. Seeing your savings grow makes you want to hustle harder, save more, and invest more. This all leads to even higher returns as your investment wealth grows. Another reason it gets easier after the first 100K is that you can afford to take more risks. Imagine a business opportunity that requires a $20,000 investment. If you've got $100,000 saved up, investing $20,000 is a risk you can afford to take. But if you only have $20,000 to your name, investing all of it is a huge gamble that could wipe out your entire savings. So building that first $100,000 is a crucial step in creating wealth. It's not just about the money, but it's also about the opportunities and security that come with it. Now look, I want you to imagine two friends, one with a net worth of $20,000 and the other with $100,000. Both are presented with a potentially lucrative business opportunity that needs a $20,000 investment. The friend with $20,000 might feel hesitant to invest because if it fails, it could set them back years. That's a lot of hard-earned savings gone, right? But the friend with $100,000 can afford to take this risk. If it pays off, great. If not, they have enough cushion to recover without major setbacks. This ability to absorb risk can make a huge difference. Let's say the investment succeeds. The friend who could afford the risk might end up making millions, while the one who couldn't take the chance misses out. This isn't just about investment risks. Having a higher net worth like $100,000 also means you can take bigger life risks, like quitting your job to start a business. With a substantial savings cushion, you can afford to live frugally and focus on your entrepreneurial dreams. This kind of risk could lead to more earnings than a traditional 9-to-5 job. Even if you have a family to support, a higher net worth gives you the flexibility to leave a stable but low-paying job for something that offers bonuses or commissions with the potential for higher earnings. Or maybe even invest it in real estate in an up-and-coming area. The point is, with a higher net worth, you can afford to take these risks without worrying about falling off track completely if things don't work out. But how do we get to that first $100,000 milestone quicker? It comes down to earning more and saving as much as you can. Start by setting up a budget and trimming down unnecessary expenses. Consider downsizing your living space, making dining out a rare treat, and pocketing the savings. These might not feel great in the short term, but they can significantly boost your savings. So basically, that first $100,000 is tough because it's all about building up from your earnings and savings. But once you get there, you're set for taking bigger risks that can lead to greater rewards. So focus on saving and earning more to get to that milestone faster. I get it, reaching that first $100,000 can sound like a real challenge, but if you're in a position to switch to a better job, give it a shot. Even just advocating for a raise at your current job can make a big difference. Remember, if you don't ask, nobody's gonna ask for you. You might also consider starting a side hustle or getting part-time work to boost your income. Keep in mind, this extra effort is mainly for building up your first 100K. After that, your money starts working for you, and the need for a second job usually drops off. If you do land a raise or start making money on the side, here's a key piece of advice: don't immediately upgrade your lifestyle. It's so easy to fall into the trap of spending more when you earn more. Instead, invest that extra cash right away. Treat it like it's not even in your bank account. This way, you won't be tempted to spend on unnecessary luxuries like a flashy new car. Remember, investments need time to grow. Your first investment probably won't skyrocket overnight. It's all about playing the long game and balancing the ups and downs over time. So, put your money into investments and then leave it be. Another key point: only invest money that you don't need immediately or to cover essential living expenses. If you start earning more, resist the temptation to ramp up your spending. Instead, channel those funds into investments to help you reach that 100K mark quicker. Over time, you'll get better at making smart investments and making money will become more intuitive. But to really get ahead, start today. Make a budget that leaves room for monthly investments and stick to it, and look for ways to boost your income. Now, let me share with you how I saved my first 100K in cash in just 1 year. You might think it's impossible, but let me break it down for you. It's not just about saving money. Earning more is important too, like we discussed. Let's first look at the goal: saving $100,000. If you aim to save this in a year, you need to put away $273 per day. That's a lot. Stretching it to 2 years means saving $136 daily, but I found the sweet spot at 3 years, which is about $92 per day. Now, most advice videos start with cutting out your daily coffee, but that's not where we're starting off. Your entertainment budget is usually around 5% of your overall expenses, but brings you the most joy. So if you struggle with saving, don't start by cutting out what you love. Instead, focus on bigger expenses. Let's talk about the big two, which are housing and transportation. Housing is usually the biggest chunk of your budget. Consider moving to a cheaper area, getting closer to work, renting a room on Airbnb, or even house hacking. This means buying a multifamily property with a low down payment and renting out the other units. Next is transportation. New cars are a big expense and lose value quickly. I prefer buying a reliable 5 to 7-year-old car, using it for a couple of years, and then selling it for nearly what I paid. This tactic almost eliminates car expenses, leaving you with just the cost of gas and insurance. So before you think about cutting back on dinners out and coffee, look at these significant expenses. By saving on housing and transportation, you can save hundreds each month, making a big impact on your goal. Now, let's talk about a vital mindset shift you need if you want to save $100,000, especially if you're not making a huge salary. And even if you are, remember, there are people earning $250,000 a year who still live paycheck to paycheck. The key is to stop worrying about what others think of your lifestyle, like where you live, what car you drive, or the clothes you wear. It's about focusing on your future, your freedom, and your happiness, and it's not about fitting in. Make a few smart choices now, and in 3 years you could have $100,000 in your bank account while others won't, just because they wanted to keep up appearances. But let's be real, saving $100,000 isn't easy. If it were, everyone would be doing it. That's why, beyond just saving, you also need to focus on earning more. You can only cut your expenses so far, and at some point, increasing your income becomes a necessity. And also, here's a main way that you can use to earn more money: leverage your current job. This is the most effective and quickest way to boost your income. See if you can get a raise or promotion at your current job. Maybe it means studying more, making yourself more valuable, or even changing jobs or companies. The effort you put in here can significantly increase your bottom line. Remember, it's about working smarter, not necessarily harder, and it's all about how much you're getting paid per hour and maximizing that. Let's get into boosting your income beyond your day job. If climbing the corporate ladder isn't your thing, or you just want to amp up your earning power, side hustles are the way to go. There are so many options out there, and they usually fall into two categories. First, you've got businesses that might not pay off immediately but can scale up over time. Think of starting a YouTube channel like mine or other types of businesses. These require upfront work but could potentially provide ongoing income. Then there's the more immediate route, which is trading your time for money. This could be anything from gig economy jobs like DoorDash to part-time work or freelancing on platforms like Fiverr. These are great for making quick cash. Now here's a strategy I used: try to live on half of your main job's income. It's tough, but by cutting down expenses and being smart about it, it's doable. Then take whatever you earn from your side hustle and funnel it straight into savings. Treat it like it doesn't even exist. This approach really helped me change my financial landscape. But here's something important: investing. Notice I didn't start with this. For most people, your first $100,000 won't come mainly from investing. Sure, maybe 10 to 15% might, but the bulk of it comes from lowering your expenses and raising your income. The old saying goes that the first $100,000 is the hardest and it's true. You won't have the luxury of time to benefit from compound interest initially. Your focus should be on making smart choices like paying yourself first. Every time you get paid, transfer a percentage into a high interest savings account and then keep bumping up that percentage. Set it up so it happens automatically, out of sight, out of mind. You'll be saving more and learning to live on less without even feeling it. But none of that matters if we don't talk about setting clear, actionable steps to achieve big financial goals. Say you want to save $100,000 in 3 years. When you break it down, it's about saving $92 per day. How do you make that happen? Let's break it down into manageable steps. First, look at your daily expenses. Can you make coffee at home instead of buying it? Can you cut back on your shopping expenses? Can you reduce your monthly subscriptions? Maybe that saves you around $15 a day. Then, how about getting a raise at work or finding a higher paying job? That could add another $10 a day to your savings. Starting a side hustle or working an extra hour or two each day could potentially bring in an extra $40 a day. And as you start saving, your investments could start to pay off too. Let's say around $7 a day. Finally, cutting down on your housing and transportation costs could save you another $20 per day. Add all these up and there's your $100,000 over 3 years. I know this is doable because I've done it myself even when I was earning around the median income. It's all about reducing expenses and boosting income. It sounds simple, but it really is effective. If you found this helpful, don't forget to like, subscribe, and leave a comment down below for more videos like this. And if you're serious about making money and getting to that $100,000, then you should definitely consider joining the Inner Circle. It's a platform I've created specifically for people who are wanting to make money online, get into self-improvement, and also get into their best physical shape. Joining the Inner Circle is super affordable because it just costs $25 a month. There are over 12 courses on making money online, all created by me. It also includes a fitness and diet section, which I personally put together for those looking to achieve their best physical shape. But it's more than just a collection of courses. It's an incredible resource for enhancing skills in online money making, personal fitness, self-improvement, and even networking. A big bonus is the community aspect. You'll meet loads of like-minded people, and it's all about lifting each other up and sharing valuable insights. So don't miss out on the Inner Circle. The link is in the video description, and I truly believe it's a resource you'll find extremely valuable. And if you're curious about my journey to making $100,000 at just 19, you've got to watch this next video. I get into all the ways I made money, what worked best and what didn't. It's a great video about which business models really work for making money online.